Let's move to our second part, zoology section B. You know that section B has 15 questions. Out of 15 questions, you write or you choose 10 questions. Each question carries 4 marks. Without wasting time, let's move to our second part or section B, question number 1. Section B, zoology part, question number 1. Which is correct statement regarding epithelia of small intestine, epithelia of small intestine and PCT. PCT means proximal convoluted tubule. It is the part of nephron. And epithelia of small intestine. What are the common functions of epithelia of small intestine and proximal convoluted tubule of nephron? Your answer is absorption. When absorption is your answer, then epithelial cells with microvilli, epithelial cells should be cuboidal or should be columnar. These are microvilli. Microvilli increases the surface area and helps in absorption. More absorptive area, more absorption takes place through these cells. Now, your options, both are having simple columnar epithelia with microvilli. Not only columnar epithelia, cuboidal epithelia are also responsible for this purpose. So it is not true, incorrect. Second option, both are having simple stratified. What is stratified? Multi-layered epithelial cells. Multi-layered epithelial cells are not found in PCT as well as epithelia of small intestine. So it is also incorrect. Next option, both are having stratified. As say earlier that stratified means multi-layered, so it is also incorrect. And last option, both are having simple epithelia with microvilli. So this option 3 is correct with respect to this question, which is the correct statement regarding the epithelia of small intestine and PCT. Your correct answer is both are having simple epithelia with microvilli. Next question. If the main function is diffusion and movement of mucus. If diffusion is the main function, then squamous is the correct cell, and movement of mucus, that means cilia must be present over the cell surface. Now, if the main function is diffusion and movement of mucus respectively, then ideal epithelia will be cuboidal and columnar. It is incorrect. Ciliated and squamous respectively. Ciliated is not associated with diffusion of the substances, so it is incorrect. And cuboidal brush bordered epithelia, it is also incorrect. So your correct answer is squamous and ciliated respectively. That is squamous epithelia. Epithelia term is plural, epithelium, helps in Diffusion. What is diffusion? Movement of molecules or any type of molecule, solute or solvent, from its higher concentration to its lower concentration until and unless dynamic equilibrium is reached, then it is called diffusion. So diffusion is the function when the cell type must be squamous, and movement of mucus, movement is in concern, then cilia is essential. Cilia helps by their undulating movement of mucus takes place. So ciliated, this is your correct option. Second question, which of the following feature is not related to cockroach? This question comes from structural organization in animals. Only cockroach. Which of the following feature is not related to cockroach? Body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. Cockroach belongs to insect, class Insecta, under phylum Arthropoda. The salient feature of Arthropoda is body is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. Second option, 2 pairs of wings are found. It is also true for cockroach, forewing and hindwing. In case of cockroach, forewing becomes hard and protection or protective function of it, and hindwing helps in flight. It is membranous. So it is also true. Presence of anal cerci in both sexes. It is also true. Cockroach is ureotelic. Here question comes, are they ureotelic? Ureotelic means when excretory substance is urea, then it is called ureotelic. When the excretory substance is uric acid, called uricotelic, and excretory substance is ammonia, then they are called ammonotelic. Cockroach, in case of cockroach, the excretory substance is uric acid. So they are uricotelic, not ureotelic. Here question says which of the following feature is not related to cockroach. So your correct option is 4. Cockroach is not ureotelic, it is uricotelic. Next question. Match the columns and find out the correct combination. Column 1 and column 2. Column 1, A indicates heparin. You know, heparin is common anticoagulant. Anticoagulant, that is 3. Histamine. Histamine is secreted from WBC, basophil, and it is vasodilator, that is number 4. Serotonin, one type of neurotransmitter or so-called hormone. It is vasoconstrictor, that means it constricts blood vessel, it relaxes smooth muscles and constricts blood vessels. So it is called vasoconstrictor, that is 1. And B lymphocytes is related to plasma cell. Actually, plasma cells are developed in lymphoid tissue by B lymphocytes and produces antibody. So B lymphocytes is related to plasma cell. So your correct sequence, correct option 3, 4, 1, 5. 3, 4, 1, 5, 3, 4, 1, 5. That is your correct option is option 1. Let's move to our next question. Cardiac impulse is initiated and conducted further up to ventricle. The correct sequence of conduction of cardiac impulse is special junctional tissues. Number 1, SA node. Number 2, AV node. Number 3, bundle of His. Number 4, Purkinje fibers. This is superior vena cava. Adjacent to superior vena cava, SA node is found. This is called coronary sinus. Adjacent to coronary sinus, AV node is found. This is bundle of His. Bundle of His ramifies to Purkinje fiber. Now come to the question. The cardiac impulse is initiated. Cardiac impulse are generated from SA node, then it moves to AV node, then it moves to Purkinje fiber through bundle of His. This is Purkinje fiber. So the correct option, correct sequence of special junctional tissues are SA node, AV node, Purkinje fiber, AV bundle. Incorrect. SA node, Purkinje fiber, AV bundle, AV node, AV bundle or bundle of His. Incorrect. SA node, AV node, AV bundle means bundle of His and Purkinje fiber. AV node, SA node, it is incorrect. So the correct option is 3. The sequence, the cardiac impulse is initiated by SA node and then conducted up to ventricle through SA node, then AV node, then bundle of His and then Purkinje fiber. Next, thermostable enzyme TAC, that is TAC polymerase and PFU isolated from thermophilic bacteria are thermostable enzyme TAC polymerase, that is DNA polymerase. So your correct answer is DNA polymerase, DNA ligase, sticking enzyme, restriction endonuclease, it is not possible. RNA polymerase, it not possible. Very, very good question. This question is coming from evolution, mechanism of evolution related to Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium. Very, very important for this year. Question is, At particular locus, frequency of A allele is 0.6 and small a for 0.4. What would be the frequency of heterozygotes in random mating population at equilibrium? According to Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium, P plus Q equal to 1 or P plus Q whole square equal to 1 or P square plus 2PQ plus Q square equal to 1. P for dominant factor, Q for recessive factor. Here Q equal to 0.4 and P 0.6. What we say, at particular locus, frequency of A allele, capital A allele, that is P 0.6 and small a, that is Q 0.4. So heterozygotes, frequency of heterozygotes means 2PQ. 2PQ means 2 into 0.6 into 0.4, that is 0.48. So your answer is 3. Next question. Darwin's finch are the good example of very important question coming from evolution chapter or theories of evolution, mechanism of evolution. Darwin's finch are the good example of adaptive radiation. Industrial melanism, it is not related to Darwin's finch. It is peppered moth. Connecting link, it is not related to Darwin finch. Convergent evolution, not related to Darwin finch. It is example of adaptive radiation or divergent evolution. Next question, what is true about RBC in human? They do not carry CO2 at all. It is wrong. They transport about 80% of oxygen only and rest 20% of it is transported in dissolved state in blood plasma. It is not true. They transport 99.5% of O2. Not true. They carry about 20 to 25% of CO2. It is true. So your correct answer is 1. What is true about RBC of human? RBC of human being carry about 20 to 25% of CO2. Next question. Question says, which two of the following changes A to D usually tend to occur in plain dwellers when they move to high altitude for more than 6 months? Increase in red blood cell size. Number B, increase in red blood cell production, increased breathing rate, increase in thrombocyte count, thrombocyte or platelets count, occurring are. The changes occurring are option 1, B and C, second option C and D, third option A and D, and fourth option A and B. Again, which two of the following changes A to D, A, B, C, D usually tend to occur in the plain dwellers when they move to high altitude 3,500 meter or more for more than 6 months? What happens? Increase in red blood cell size. Number B, increase in red blood cell production, increase in breathing rate, increase in thrombocyte count. Thrombocyte count is not possible. Increase in red blood cell size, not possible. So B and C option is correct. So your answer is option 1, that is B and C. Next question. The genetically modified brinjal, GM brinjal in India has been developed for enhancing shelf life. It is not for brinjal, it is related to tomato. Enhancing mineral content, not true. Drought resistant, not true. So your correct answer is insect resistance. GM brinjal has so many major pests affect the total yield of brinjal. So genetically modified brinjal in India has been developed for insect resistance. In question number 47, which one of the following palindromic base sequence in DNA can be easily cut at about middle by some particular restriction enzyme? Restriction enzyme means ECO R1, and palindromic sequence R1, RICO R1 cut the palindromic sequence. Here this is not palindromic sequence, this is not palindromic sequence, this is not palindromic sequence. Here palindromic sequence is GAATTC. So answer is definitely 3. ECO R1 cut GAATTC 5 prime 3 prime 5 prime GAATTC. It cuts in between G and A. So your answer is 3. Next, question number 48. Genetic engineering has been successfully used for producing animals like bulls for farm works as they have superpower. It is not related to genetic engineering. Transgenic cow Rosie, which produces high fat milk, not fat milk, it is not true. Transgenic model for studying new treatment for certain cardiac disease, not related to this. Here genetic engineering has been successfully used for producing transgenic mice for testing safety polio vaccine before use in human. So your correct answer is 1. Question number 49. Okay. Question. Some of the characteristics of BT cotton. Very, very important question. BT cotton. Some of the characteristics of BT cotton are: option 1, long fiber and resistance to aphid, medium yield, long fiber and resistance to beetle pest, high yield and production of toxic protein crystals which kill dipteran pest, high yield and resistance to bollworm. Your answer, very true, your answer is high yield and resistance to bollworm. BT cotton, BT stands for Bacillus thuringiensis. Bacillus thuringiensis during sporulation produces crystal protein. That crystal protein activates in alkaline condition of insect gut and they destroy the pest bollworm. So high yield and resistance to bollworm. This is the main criteria for BT cotton. Next question, very, very important question for this year. In a random mating panmictic 2000 membered population, 16% are hemophilic. Here, 16% hemophilic. Hemophilia expressed in recessive condition, as hemophilia is sex-linked recessive character. So according to Hardy-Weinberg principle, Q square is 16%, that is 0.16. So Q means 0.4, P plus Q equal to 1. Therefore, Q equal to 1 minus P, that is 0.6. How many members are carrier? Carrier means heterozygous, that is 2PQ. 2PQ means 2 into 0.6 into 0.4, that is 0.48. So 48 out of 100, 480 out of 1000. So in 2000 membered population, that is 960 out of 2000. So your answer is 960. Okay. Q square means 16%. So Q means 0.4. According to Hardy-Weinberg principle, P plus Q equal to 1. So Q means 1 minus P, that is 0.6. So heterozygous, that is carrier, means 0.48. 0.48 means out of 1000, 480, and out of 2000, 960. Your answer is 960, that is option 4. Okay, these are few selected type of questions. I think you enjoyed very much, and you select all these type of questions from those chapters from botany to zoology. What type of questions? Assertive type questions, true false type questions, matching type questions, analytical conceptual based questions, and conceptual based questions basically restricted to section B, like this question number 50 or 42, whatever. Okay, thank you.